You got to have everything just right in order to ensure that when you make that cutover, it's successful.
And that's a big deal. The customer has to shut down a facility, costs them a lot of money. The customer generally doesn't even know what the problems are. We tell them what they're going to be when we get out there. They'll only give you so much at this voltage you have. It's the rule. So how often do we run an old building with an old service in it and interface that with a new building, new construction that needs a new service?
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty common, right? I'd say that's most jobs we do, right? In most cases, they're existing facilities that have existing power from the utility and they're trying to do an upgrade, right? So there's always this conversation about like, when's the cutover going to be? When are we going to bring the new gear online? What's that going to look like? And there's like such a critical piece to that too, right? Because like you got to have everything just right in order to like ensure that when you make that cutover, like it's successful, right?
It's tough. We got to interface the new with the old, and to keep the customer's facility operating at the same time.
Absolutely.
His old facility, and that's a big deal. The customer has to shut down a facility, costs them a lot of money, so they don't want to do it.
Right, and I mean, it makes me think of a project that we just finished where customers got an existing facility with an existing service entrance coming in from NYSEG, and all the lines are overhead up on a pole, and at the same time, the customer is building a brand new facility, right? But on their existing campus, some buildings are going away, some are remaining, right? So it becomes like this whole coordination piece of, all right, we've got to demo our old service, we got to demo our old building, but then we have these couple of buildings that we need to keep up, and we're getting a whole new service over here for our big new building, and all the coordination that goes into it. And you know, what we had to do there is basically help design a really small piece of switchgear that went into a really pretty tight block building, and the customer is going to bring service entrance power in from NYSEG at 34.5, right, into metal enclosed switchgear that's all NYSEG compliant. It's got the metering in there. It's got the visible disconnect, right? And then from there, they're going to feed a new transformer that we sold them at 34.5. But then the power that they want to ultimately get out and distribute throughout their campus is the 5 kV voltage, right? So that transformer takes it from 34.5, 5 kV, and then on the secondary side, right, they feed a smaller lineup of switchgear with breakers and relays. And then from there, now they can go out and feed their existing building, and they've got some new loads they're bringing on.
That's a pretty common situation for us too. We see it more often than not.
Yeah, I think we probably take it for granted, like, because we do it a lot and we get involved in a lot. But really, for the customer and on a construction site, like, that's actually not a very easy thing to do. And of course, there's always where are we going to put it and how big is it going to be? Can we make it smaller? Conversation that goes on. So, and that's exactly what happened here.
I agree with you. Yeah, definitely. But it is a common occurrence for us. We see it often. And the customers always kind of appreciate the assistance we give them with the ideas we give them from previous jobs. A lot of the customers don't even have an idea what they should do to make it happen, and we help them with it.
Absolutely. I mean, and that's the beauty of like who we work with, right? The vendors that we work with, the manufacturing partners that we work with, all of them are very collaborative in nature, and they're willing to roll their sleeves up and partner with us to partner with the customer to ultimately come up with a solution that works for everybody, right? And I think that's one of the things that really differentiates who we are, is that vendor network and those partners that we work with, because they're just like us. They want to collaborate and they want to help everybody out, and they're willing to roll their sleeves up and help customize a piece of switchgear or a transformer for a very specific application.
And then in the end, that customer down the road, 5 years, 10 years, whatever it is, if he needs something additional, he keeps us in mind. We know what job site we're going out to. We've been to the job site before. We know exactly what kind of problem. The customer generally doesn't even know what the problems are. We tell them what they're going to be when we get out there, because we've run into them so many times. And here's what you're going to run into. Here's what you're going to have to do. And a lot of times they don't even understand it. They don't know it, but they appreciate it. Definitely do.
Yeah, I mean, that's honestly something that we talk about here around the office daily is answer the customer's next question, right? So you're going out to meet with the customer and they want to talk to you about upgrading their service or buying a new transformer, but what's their next question going to be, right? It's the question that they don't even know yet.
That's the point. We have to sometimes give them the question to ask us because they don't understand. And it's a fact. It is what it is, no question.
Right. I mean, and we talked about it earlier too. It's like a customer wants to upgrade their service, right? Yeah. So there's a lot that they don't know there, right? Which is rightfully so. They've not been through the process before. Right. So what is that next question that the customer is going to ask, right? If they want to upgrade their service entrance switchgear, what are those other things that they don't even know they don't know yet, right?
I mean, the issue is too, from the utility company, they will only give you so much power at particular voltages. If you exceed that voltage, you got to go to the next voltage. You have to get lines brought in of a higher voltage. So they start out, they got like 4,000, 5,000 volt lines. They'll only give you so much power at that line. And if you need more power than that, then they go to 15,000 volts, 23,000, 35,000, and all the way up to substations that are 115,000 volts. I mean, so you only get so much power. And a lot of customers don't understand. They get upset. What do you mean? I just want more power from the... They'll only give you so much at this voltage you have. It's the rule. And so there's a lot of steps. And so we help them by giving that information to them right up front. And then they come back and ask us, well, okay, what's the next level? What do we have to do? I just got one on the phone this morning, exact scenario. I said, you only can turn on 5 of your buildings at the voltage you have. Well, why? Because the next 5 buildings require twice as much power and you can't have it at that voltage. Didn't know that. Nobody told them. And the problem is the customers don't understand that they need to go to the utility company and discuss this. So we go to the utility company on behalf of them after we met with them and tell them what's going on. And again, I think I mentioned before, utility companies really appreciate it when you come out and give them a heads up. Here's what's going on. So in 2 years, this job's going to be ready. They like to get involved in it.
Yeah, for the customer to connect with us, it's helpful for them, and they might not realize it at the time, but we've walked that walk before with many customers who are looking to upgrade their power. So the utility company trusts us because they know that the manufacturers that we work with know exactly what they want to see, right? So we're able to shortcut that for the customer, that experience. Instead of them getting in the system with the utility and just being another number, we can make that phone call for them because we have a relationship with the utility and the utility companies trust us because of our past experience. We can really shortcut that for the customer. I think all the utility, if you need more power, there is a formal process that you follow, right? You've got to go online, you've got to open up a ticket, you've got to put in that service request, and it can be a long process.
You have to give the utility company a list of all the machinery you are adding for that extra power. They want to know what kind of machinery you're adding. They want to know if there's going to be any surges on their voltage or on their line coming in by the equipment you're adding. So, as Ryan said, it could take forever, and you get in line. They don't rush it through.
Yeah, I mean, usually if you need more power, you need it now, right? Like maybe a manufacturing facility locally, maybe they got a new contract, but they realize in order to up their output to fulfill that contract, they need more power to get that done, right? So now listen, there's people who are planning and they're foreseeing that they're going to need power, but there's also a lot of people who are reacting the here and now, right? So if you're just kind of filling out that ticket online and getting in line, that could take, like you said, a long time. And then you're getting asked a lot of questions that you probably don't know the answer to. Right? So that's what's so helpful for customers if they work with us. Again, they're still going to have to go through that formal process, but we can help them. We can leverage our existing relationships and our past experience to shorten that whole process for them and hopefully get them the power they need quicker than they would on their own.
Absolutely.
Yeah.